Have you ever spent time noticing what increases your energy and what decreases your energy? It may be a massive game changer in your life. Driven Mofos, welcome back to another episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Michael Mojo, founder of Mojo Human Performance Institute. The reason why I do this podcast is that I want people to crush it in life. And so we focus on business, mindset, and lifestyle hacking for Driven Mofos. I just want to get out there, want to help more people. That's why I do this podcast. So anyway, let's talk about something that I think will help a lot of people. And that is focusing on what increases your energy and decreases your energy on a daily basis. And what you can do is you can grab a piece of paper or you can grab your journal and you can just keep track over the next week of when your energy increases and when your energy decreases. What this will do is it'll start to push you in the direction of living a life that serves you, not a life that will deflate you, leave you feeling like shit and leave you burnt out. Now, I know that most people in life consistently do things that burn them out, make them feel more tired, make them feel lethargic, whether it be their relationships, whether it be their friendships, whether it be their career, whether it be the food that they eat, the exercise that they have. But most people are doing things that deplete them of energy. If you keep doing that, you will eventually burn out, and you'll burn out for multiple different reasons. I've spoken before in previous episodes about dopamine and why dopamine is so important. It's a neuromodulator in our brain that makes us feel good about things. I won't get too much into that. You can go back and listen to a previous episode on dopamine and why it is important to understand it to prevent burnout. But what I also know is that there are a lot of situations that people put themselves in that don't benefit their life. From listening to others. If you listen to others and you're consistently taking on feedback from others that doesn't serve you, you'll end up with a chaotic mind. That chaotic mind will deplete your energy storages. If you're consistently around people who deplete your energy because they have different value systems and you don't know how to communicate with them effectively, it will deplete your energy storages. If you're consistently around people who are worried, who are stressed, who are frustrated, who are critical of others, it will eventually deplete your energy storages. If you're consistently doing things where you're avoiding taking on challenge, you're avoiding having communication with people around you that you need to communicate effectively with, or you're avoiding people who cross your boundaries, they will consistently deplete your energy storages. So you'll need to start to keep track of what increases your energy and what depletes it. What I do know, and this is what I teach at our Thrive Time event, is if you know your values, your energy will increase massively. And this is what helped me overcome chronic fatigue. I looked at my values. Now, this was a bit later on. First of all, the first thing that I did was I increased my water intake. That massively helped me a lot at first. Then I noticed that there were certain foods that depleted my energy. Things like overeating or eating certain foods that didn't work for me, like McDonald's and KFC and takeaway foods. They definitely depleted my energy and made me feel like shit. So I cut them out of my diet. I kept a food journal and I was really refining the foods that I put in my body. So those things help massively. Living my values and serving my purpose in life and driving towards a mission has hugely increased my energy. If anyone comes to me and they say, Michael, how do you increase your energy? There are two key things that I would say will change your energy forever. The first thing is getting clear with your success map in life. The exact same things that I teach at our Thrive Time event. That if you're clear with the things that fulfill you in life, which is pillar one, pillar two is understanding the direction that you're trying to drive in life. So getting clarity around what you're driven to do in life, which essentially is your mission, your vision, and then your goals. Those things there will give you direction, which will keep you inspired. And then finally, understanding how to balance out your own perceptions and your own mindset. They are performance psychology principles that if you learn them, you'll stay massively driven. If you do those things and then look at your diet as well and change your diet to increase your energy, then you will have this amazing amount of energy that most people just dream of. Now, yes, there are times where you're going to burn out a little bit, especially if you're getting massive dopamine hits and you don't know how to control that. Yes, you might burn out if you do eat shit food and drink a lot of alcohol or things like that, or use drugs. But outside of that, if you get clear with your success map in life and you know how to stay mentally and emotionally balanced, I guarantee your energy will increase dramatically. And in fact, they've been the things that have increased my energy the most, especially as someone who was told by a doctor that I had chronic fatigue and I would just have to manage it for the rest of my life. I guarantee I will outperform 99% of people on the planet with my energy, if not 99.9% of people on the planet. And I show this time and time again, where I have to speak for 7 days at events, or where I'm on stage speaking for 15, 16 hours a day. And on average, I probably work a 15 and 16 hour day on average, and then put in exercise and so on around that as well. And I'm quite capable of working for extended periods of time without burning out or without even just feeling exhausted, because I'm very clear with my success map in life, and I try to stay mentally and emotionally balanced using the tools that I teach at our Thrive Time event. Then you want to look at food and nutrition. if you are using food as emotional tools to mitigate stress or to deal with patterns, or use it as a reward mechanism, then you are probably going to decrease your energy as well. You'll feel more tired, you'll feel more lethargic. I know I used to use food quite a lot to manage my emotional states. And after a while, it will just make you feel like shit about yourself. So they are 3 key things. The other thing that you want to look into is your relationships and the people that you surround yourself with. You really need to assess those and see which ones deplete you and drain you and which ones increase your energy. If you keep track of these things just for a week and then become more self-aware, what you'll notice is over time, you'll start to adapt your life where you feel more energetic, you feel more alive, you feel more inspired, and you'll really start crushing in your life. You'll outperform the average person probably by 10 to 1, if not 100 to 1. At the end of every year, most people around you would have outperformed and outgrown, unless you're hanging out with a lot of really driven, motivated people, which I hope you are. And then as a group and as a collective, you'll probably outperform the average population by 10, if not 100 to 1. So this is something that I would recommend that you do. Again, just grab a pen and paper. You might just grab a notebook or something like that and just have one page on things that increase your energy, one page for things that decrease your energy. You might use a journal as well. The more you do that, the more you're going to live an epic life, because energy equals life. If you're feeling tired and like shit all the time, it's going to be really hard to live a great life. If you're feeling energized, alive, enthusiastic, motivated, then they're going to be the things that are going to help you to live an epic life. So take the time. Please focus on that for the next couple of weeks. See how you go. I would love to hear from you. If you haven't already done so, shoot me a message on social media. Let me know how you go with that task. I would love to hear from you and hear how you're going with it. You can find me on any of the social media platforms. Just type in Michael Mojo 00 on any of the social media platforms. You'll see that I pop up. You may not be able to find me on Instagram if you use that thread, only because some prick hacked my account. And so therefore I had to change the zeros and the O's around on the thread. But if you just type in Michael Mojo on any of the platforms, you will find me. Or if not, go to Google, search Michael Mojo. I actually think in the podcast links, if you're listening to this on any of the podcasting platforms, you can scroll down. The link should be in there for my social media. Send me a message. Let me know how you go with that task. And let me know if it increases your energy, increases your vitality, and also increases the way you feel about life. I would love to hear from you. Also, Driven Mofos, if you haven't done so already this week, if you can please share this podcast with just one person. The more we can get this out there, the more I can help more people, the more we can create a greater community. I really think that the Driven Mofo community is absolutely epic, and I would love to grow it with more people. So just share it with one person that you think would get value from this podcast. I would really appreciate it. Also, it helps the community to keep growing so we can keep running bigger events. I can get back on tour again, doing my national tours and potentially heading overseas. The more and more people do this, the more and more I can get this information out to the world, and the more I can keep sharing some great stuff. Anyway, have a great day, Driven Mofos. Keep kicking goals and keep living with Mojo. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you on here on the next episode.